Hey, my friends, and welcome back to Disgustingly Easy, the podcast for the long game. And today I want to offer you a hot take that might challenge what you've been led to believe or what you've been told in the past about binge eating and weight loss. As usual, this is a hot take where I try to give you the lesson in 5 minutes or less. So let's get stuck in, because this one is a common pattern that I see in my work, and it's almost always getting explained or interpreted in the wrong way. The thing is, you can eat more and lose weight. Restriction, long-term restriction, will always lead you to binge. 9 times out of 10, when someone comes to me saying that they actually have a binge eating problem, the issue is not a lack of willpower. They're not broken. I don't think they're addicted to food. They're not out of control. They're almost always not actually eating enough, eating very inconsistently, or their nutrition and their macros are completely out of balance. So instead of handing out hacks like just drink more water instead, or distract yourself, or don't buy the trigger foods, instead of telling them to just try harder or be more disciplined, what we do is way less sexy. We actually just reevaluate their nutrition. And honestly, that alone almost always solves the problem. Because here's my theory, informed by both my coaching work and my social work background. If you don't feed your body enough, it will find a way to get the food in. And if binging feels like it happens in a haze, if you suddenly realize it's happened, if you feel disconnected, numb, or not fully present, my trauma-informed brain isn't hearing a lack of control, it's hearing dissociation. Your body overriding your thinking brain because it's underfueled and under threat. This is not a personal failure. This is physiology and nervous system survival. And I want you to hear this part really clearly, because I've supported countless women, just 50 women in the past year in long game, to stop binging, feel calmer and more regulated around food, sleep through the night for the first time in years, have more energy, stop bloating, stop the 3 p.m. crash, and yes, lose body fat by eating more. Not through restriction, not by white knuckling, not by cutting harder, or not letting yourself have the things that you love. Which brings me to the science, because when you chronically undereat, your body does not think, oh great, now we can lose fat. It thinks we are not safe. So it adapts. Your metabolic rate downregulates. We have a cortisol increase. We have hunger hormones dysregulating. We have sleep being impacted, and fat loss becomes harder, not easier. This is why so many women say to me, I keep cutting how much I'm eating and I still can't lose weight. It's not because your body is broken. It's because it's doing exactly what it's designed to do under perceived scarcity, which is why we don't rush this work, and why I don't teach fat loss as a punishment, and it's not something we jump into without a heap of work beforehand. That's also why, starting next Monday, I am sharing my deficit diaries. It's a 6-week real-time educational container where I will be showing you exactly what it looks like for me to run a deficit properly. No hype, no crash dieting, no moralizing food. I'm going to do a deficit from the 19th of January to the 2nd of March, and you can be a fly on the wall to see how my nutrition is structured, how the numbers are neutralized, how restriction is avoided, how regulation is prioritized, and how fat loss can fit inside a real life. Now, I don't want you to copy me, and this isn't a challenge. This is simply an opportunity to ride alongside, learn how this works without panic or urgency. You can join via the Telegram link in my bio, and I'll also pop the link in the show notes. And while we're here, following this discussion, I want to leave you with this question. Where did you learn that you are broken around food? Because when you really think about it, how much sense does it make that your body, whose literal job is survival, would sabotage you for no reason at all? Let that one sit. If you want to come across and jump inside the deficit diaries, then this is my invitation to you. And of course, as always, when nothing is certain, anything is possible, remember, you've got this and I've got you.